While things could be going a little bit better on the pitch, the club atmosphere is very good, managerial support is genuinely good, but there are a few players who are unhappy with things and have spoken out about it. So, not only do I have to prevent that dissent from spreading throughout the dressing room, we also face the league leaders in today's episode. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to another episode of Tier 8 to Greatness with Wroxham FC. Things are not going quite to plan. We were favourites to win this division and we currently sit 8 points off the top of the table with the opponents in today's first game, Matlock Town, the league leaders. As you can see up there, we've only played 10 games. We've got a game in hand over Matlock, and we're 8 points behind. So it's not panic stations just yet. The most concerning thing for me is a little bit of dissent in the dressing room. Whilst if we have a look at the dynamics, you can see that the club atmosphere is very good, the managerial support is good, and the team cohesion is good, but we do have a few unhappy players. If we look down here, Matt Hall feels there is a lack of depth at centre-back and has spoken out publicly about it. We did have an issue before with Harley Black, who had the same issue. He felt there was a lack of depth at centre-back. He's dropped that issue now, but Matt Hall, who supported Harley Black, has continued it and has spoken out publicly. So we've got to try and appease him. Maybe I'll look to bring in a little bit more depth at centre-back just to try and get rid of that problem. Sarmiento Ramirez is unhappy that the training facilities have not been improved. I can't really do much about that. It was part of his promises when he signed for us. And to be honest, he's waited a while before kicking off about it. But I can't really do anything about it. I've asked the board. The board have said, no, we're not going to upgrade the training facilities. We don't have the money. So, unfortunately, if we don't get it done, I can see Sarmiento Ramirez handing in a transfer request. There are a couple of other players who have got issues and are going to be leaving the club soon. Tashai Andel Gibbons. He is leaving on a free transfer at the end of this season when his contract runs out. So he's got 8 months left with us. In his contract, it said that we would reach the playoffs in this division. I'm sure that we said we would reach the playoffs by the end of this season. Well, a few weeks ago in game, so sort of like the end of September time, he come and said that he was handing in a transfer request because we hadn't met the promise of reaching the playoffs. So if it was supposed to have been last season reaching the playoffs, surely he would have put the transfer request in before. Maybe it's because we weren't sitting in a playoff place and we're still not in a promotion playoff place. But he has put in a transfer request and basically says that at the end of his contract, he will be looking to leave. And Nana Adakwa is another one. His issue was playing time. He's concerned with his playing time. He's been coming off the bench. As you can see there, he's made 6 appearances off the bench this season. He hasn't started a game, but we've switched formation and Adakwa doesn't quite fit in ahead of the players that are there. We started off this season poorly. We drew our opening 3 games in the league. Then we lost away to Sheffield, who I think at the time were bottom of the table. We then picked up a victory over Consett and a 3-1 win over Hebburn. So it was a couple of wins. I thought, right, things are turning around. Then we got beat 3-2 at home to Wickham, who were another one who were quite a bit down the table. So I decided to change. During that Wickham game, when we went 3-1 down, I changed to a 4-3-3 narrow with 3 strikers, 2 on pressing forward, 1 on advanced. And we scored straight away as soon as I changed it. And we were much, much better. We were the better team for the rest of that game. We had 2 goals disallowed for offsides in the dying moments there, which case we would have won the game or at least got a point. As you see, we had 22 shots on goal, 8 on target. It was because of the change of formation. When we changed to the 4-3-3 with playing a narrow, playing a bit more direct, it worked. So for the next game against Liversedge, I changed to that formation from the start. We scored 5 goals. If we look at league games, in the first 3 league games that I changed to that formation, we scored 14 goals. Yeah, it didn't last and we drew 1-1 with Shildon in the last game, but this formation looks to be the one. As I said, we've changed a couple of pressing forwards and an advance forward. We're playing a bit more direct, a bit more narrow, and hopefully it will help us to get into the position where we should be. The board want us to finish top half, so we're breezing that requirement at the minute. But we were favourites to win this division, so I want promotion this season. Right, and the team to take on Matlock Town is Hall in goal, Shepherd, Wasmer, Sinclair, Dickens, Black and Stokes in midfield. Stokes hasn't been the goal machine that he was last season. He's only scored 2 in the league. So when we change formation, I put him into the shadow striker position. But Andel Gibbons is better as a shadow striker than what Stokes is. So I've dropped Stokes back into a central midfield role. As I said, Andel Gibbons is a shadow striker. Robertson Pitcher as pressing forwards and Hawkins as the advanced forward. If you look at their ratings for the last 5 games, you will see that since we changed formation, things have been going very well with the attacking players. So hopefully it will continue to go well today and we will get a result against the league leaders. And we're underway at Matlock Town. Hopefully we can get a good start and pile the pressure on quickly. I'm playing with a balanced mentality for this game. I'm starting with a balanced mentality. We've been playing positive in recent games, but we're away from home. We're playing a team that are top of the table, have only lost once all season, and are sort of joint favourites with us to go up. So I'm going to start off balanced, see how we go, and maybe change it as the game goes on. But we are just over 18 minutes gone, and they appear to be all over us at the minute. But Stokes has intercepted one here. Can we get a counter-attack underway? Here's Black, who plays a ball over the top to Hawkins. And Hawkins one-on-one with the keeper, but that is an awful finish. Absolutely awful finish. Had a golden opportunity to take the lead there. There's a cross. Comes in. Black and... what's happened here? There's a red card there. I don't actually know what it was for. And I haven't got the replays on for red cards. I'll have to go back after the game and have a look at that. I really, really don't know what that's for. But Matlock Town are down to 10 men. It hasn't really led to us doing anything because there wasn't another highlight for the rest of the first half. But down to 10 men after 26 minutes for a second bookable offence. Yeah, I didn't actually see what happened. So I'll have to go back and look at that another time. Hopefully we can make the extra man count. We've had 5 shots on goal. XG is only 0.5 at the minute though. We haven't found the target just yet. So I may need to change it to a positive can't even talk properly. Change it to a positive mentality and try and turn the screw a little bit on the 10 men. Or maybe make a couple of changes to our playing staff because we're not actually doing what we should be doing here. We're not hit the target. We're not playing that great. And as you can see, 6.4, 6.5. And we're 1-0 down to 10 men. Corona has opened the scoring for Matlock Town. Time to change to attacking. And try and get into this game because we've played most of this game so far against 10 men and we've not really done anything. Here's Andel Gibbons. Goes for the cross but it's blocked. Stokes shoots, scores. Tony Stokes, I said he weren't a goal machine before. That is a fantastic finish and it's 1-1. Andel Gibbons looked to put a cross in. It was blocked. He did get the ball back. Played a nice little pass to Stokes on the edge of the area who hits it first time. And that's a fantastic finish. It's his second goal in 3 games, Tony Stokes. And that is since I moved him back into midfield. So he's scoring more goals in midfield than what he did playing as a striker for us in the league this season. There's Andel Gibbons, Stokes to Black. Black finds Roberts, who has the ball taken off of him. Looks to be a bit of a dangerous challenge, that. But here's Corona, and Corona has put Matlock Town 2-1 up. Anyone, I think they had the extra man, to be fair. Our defence has just sort of like, yeah, just sort of stood off there. Look, it hasn't gone with him. He hasn't done anything. There's been a lot of talk from people about the defensive errors and the poor defending in the match engine in FM23. And to be honest, there has been a lot that needs to be questioned and needs to be sorted out. Like, mainly player positioning, to be fair. Stokes plays a long ball, finds Hawkins. Hawkins, pitcher. Can he get a pass? He doesn't. He shoots, he scores. Harry Pitcher. It looked like he was going to try and, like, as he got into the box, it looked like the best big thing to do would be to pass it. We watch here, Hawkins plays a nice pass to Pitcher. When he gets here, I thought he was going to square it, but he doesn't. He brings it back on his right foot, hits it outside of his boot, and scores. It's 2-2. And we're still in this game. Dickens with a throw-in to Andel Gibbons. Bursts into the box. Shoots over the bar. Probably should have done better there, to be fair. Tempted to make a change or two, but as it stands, we haven't got anyone that's too tired. 2-2 away from home. That's another draw. Pitcher with a 7.3. Stokes, our best player, with a 7.9, and Black with a 7. Other than that, it was a bit of an underwhelming performance considering they were down to 10 men after just 26 minutes. And what that does to the league table, it means we're still 8 points off the top with a game in hand still, but we're 7th position now. We've dropped down a place and we are still not in those promotion playoff spots. Like I said, early days yet. We played 38 games and we've only played 11 so far still. So there's 27 games to go this season. And things are going in the right direction. We're unbeaten in quite a few now. So hopefully we can get a win in our next game and move into that promotion playoff places before this episode is done. Just realised that you might have seen Dan Roberts play in the last game, but I didn't actually introduce him, and he signed after the last episode. So Dan Roberts is a pressing forward. He's best as a pressing forward on defend, but can play on support and attack as well. He's a 4-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's got good teamwork, good work rate, decent pace, decent acceleration. Finishing 9, first touch, mostly 8s and 9s, so it's a very, very good player for this level. He has already made 6 appearances for us with an overall rating of 7.7. Only scored 2 goals, and they both came in the FA Trophy, where he's got a 9.4 rating from his 2 appearances there. Yet to score a league goal, but he has been a very good player for us so far. Same team as the last game for this one. I'm moving to a positive mentality. That's the only real change that I'm making. We're playing against North Shields, who are currently 9th in the league. We're 8th. So there's only one place between us in the league positions. And hopefully we'll be able to get a win here. Move up a little bit and hopefully get into that top 5 before the end of this episode. A little bit disappointed still that we didn't pick up a win in our last game against the league leaders, especially when they were down to 10 men for most of the game. But a 2-2 draw away from home against someone like Matlock Town, who are top of the table, is, I suppose, a decent result. But I won't be happy if we fail to win here, because it will mean that we haven't actually won a game doing live comms so far this season. Because we drew the 2 in the episode from the first couple of games of the season. We drew 2-2 against Matlock, so hopefully we'll get a first win on live comms in this game. But North Shields are on the attack here. Francis plays it across to Smith, and piss poor defending again. Like, the positioning is awful, and the keeper, what was he doing? There, tackle. There, try and come out. Like, the players are all just gathered. There, try and put a block in. Keeper didn't do nothing. I'm not sure if it's just trying, if the game's just trying to represent how poor football is at this level. I mean, we are in tier 8 of the English football pyramid, but come on, it's got to be a bit better than that, isn't it? There's a ball over the top for Hawkins. Great goal. Great finish from Ryan Hawkins there. Brilliant ball over the top. It's the only thing that seems to work, to be fair. Long ball over the top. Someone latches onto it. Either passes and then someone scores, or has a shot and someone scores. Great ball over the top, though. Hawkins, great finish. Underside of the crossbar, into the back of the net. No mistake. And it's 1-1. We won't worry about a tight offside. It weren't offside, so we don't need to worry about that. North Shields are on the attack again, though. And again, our defence just stands there. Luckily, the goalkeeper was there this time. Defending is awful. And the only thing we'll be able to do is try and sign all 5-star like current ability defenders and see if that helps. But then they're going to cost a lot of money. And again, the defence opens up. Keeper makes a save, though. He's been all right here. He's made a couple of decent saves. He should have done better for their goal, to be fair. But he's kept us in it since then. And it's half time, and we are level. It's 1-1. We've only had 3 shots on goal, 1 on target. North Shields have been the better team, without a doubt. 12 shots, 3 on target, and XG 1.48. Most of the possession. And yeah. It's not the ideal first half. Hopefully it can get better in the second. Told them we need to be better. So let's hope they are better. Although that long ball there from the North Shields defender is going to set them on the attack again. Our defenders don't like to tackle. And he's hit the post. Wasma clears. Poor clearance, but nothing come of it. Shepherd cuts the ball out. Can Hawkins get onto it? He doesn't, but Andrew Gibbons finds Roberts. Roberts with a cross. It's headed by Pitcher, and that is over. Pitcher hasn't actually played that well. 6.8. Roberts is only on a 6.4. I said before, that's a good save from the keeper. I said before the first game in this episode that my attacking play had been absolutely brilliant since I changed to this system. Well, it hasn't been that great in this episode. And I was going to just say about the great finish, but it was disallowed for offside. Yeah, he was offside. Bell the ball over the top. Fantastic finish, to be fair. But he was offside, so it don't count. It's 1-1 still. Right, let's make a couple of changes. Right, I've brought on Cox and Ramirez for Shepherd and Roberts. I've put Sarmiento Ramirez. I've been retraining him as an advanced forward, so I've put him into the middle and I've moved Ryan Hawkins out as the pressing forward. And hopefully we can try and get a goal here. I just want to get a win. Here's Cox. Ball over the top, trying to find Gibbons, but he doesn't get on the end of it. Cox cuts it out to Stokes. Andrew Gibbons. Poor pass. Black tries to intercept, but North Shields are going to be the team that have the attack here. Smith into the box. And the goalkeeper, I don't know what he has done there. Oh, so frustrating. Just look like the, stuff like that. It's just, that wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. Starts to make you think that the game is broken. And enough people have been saying it, but you're seeing it in every game. Like really poor defensive errors, goalkeeper mistakes, stuff like that. It's just, like I said earlier though, it may just be that the game is trying to replicate this level of football. Hawkins, Stokes, 2-2. Tony Stokes scores the equaliser. We went to very attacking. We're back on level terms. But just to say what I'm saying, it may be that the game is trying to replicate this level of football. I mean, it's not going to be tiki-taka, gegenpress, fancy footwork in Tier 8 of English football, but at least make the game playable to the point where it ain't so frustrating every single game. Stokes, Andel Gibbons, Cox, boom! 3-2. Sam Cox, his first goal of the season. And we score what I'm hoping is an injury time winner. Doesn't change my frustration, by the way. It doesn't change how annoyed I am. But that is a fantastic finish. Although it looks like they're going to get an attack before the end. Black heads it. Hawkins heads it back. Smith. And the keeper actually catches it. Woohoo! If he can just hold on to it for a few more seconds. And then pass it to one of our players. He doesn't. He goes long. And Andel Gibbons. Over the crossbar. And hopefully that is enough to let the time just go away. Full-time whistle. Full-time whistle. Oh, come on. Come on, ref. Blow the whistle. It's deflected out for a corner. Is the ref going to let him take it? Yeah, he bloody well is, isn't he? Andel Gibbons wins possession. And the final whistle does eventually go. And we have actually won a game on comms. 3-2 victory away at North Shields. To be fair, we didn't deserve it. 20 shots on goal, 7 on target, an XG of 2.44. 55% of the possession for North Shields. We have really, really snatched one there. But we will take it. And that lifts us into 5th place. We are in the promotion playoffs to end this episode. 6 points off the top of the table with a game in hand. So hopefully we can carry on this unbeaten streak and take over this division, get ourselves into pole position and storm to promotion. Right, that's going to bring this episode to an end. We finally won a game on comms this season. I know it was 4 games in and we finally won one. But we're in the promotion playoffs now and hopefully heading in the right direction as this season continues. Hopefully we will continue to move on up and get the promotion that we are tipped for. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. It does mean the absolute world to me for every single one of you who watch, like, subscribe, comment, etc, etc. So, like this video, comment below to say hi, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.